right, Dave Willis. I believe it was Churchill during World War II with the famous statement of, "We will never surrender." I've surrendered. Dave Dyer, another year, another victory. I'm moving on to the I Beat Bird contest. Forget about picking the high school game. So let's go with the.
You're doing so well.
Let's go with the NFL this week. No, just kidding. All right, so let's dig into the high school football picks.
Do it.
Another stellar week as things kind of tighten up. Big week in the MVC Small, especially. Friday night will basically tell the story. You know, Lawrence trying to stay alive in the MVC Small. They host Drake.
You know, I didn't think anything about Drake until I saw them play against Andover last week. They looked great. They were sharp. They were healthy. I got to go with Drake over Lawrence.
Lawrence showed a resilience they hadn't shown weeks past. But I'll tell you, I just wondered why Haverhill wasn't giving the ball to Chance Brady and taking the 8 yards of carry every time.
It's a good question.
I think Haverhill kind of did them a favor last week. I'm going to take Drake at 2 in this one. And then you go the other side. Lawrence now needs help from Haverhill against Tewksbury Friday night at Haverhill Stadium.
Tewksbury looked really bad against Methuen. Methuen looked good, probably the best they've looked all season. Tewksbury looked really bad. That being said, I'm still going with Tewksbury.
40's the key number in that one. If Chance gets the ball 40 times, the Hillies win.
I agree.
Brooks at Nobles. Tough year for Brooks. Yeah. But Nobles is 0-6 too.
I'm still going to go with Nobles.
You got to like
I'm
Nobles.
Sorry.
All right. Timberlanes, I believe in the Division II playoffs. If all the numbers equal, they're playing basically a useless game against Dover. Still, I think you'd like to see Evan Bidgood going into the Division II playoffs on a winning note.
Yeah, this isn't a team that's played well enough all season to cruise into the playoffs. They need to surge into the playoffs, and I think they do it.
What happens with Bill Ricker against Andover?
Andover, you know, I keep going back and forth on him, but after watching him against Drake last week, I don't know if they can stop Nicholas Bott. I got to go with Drake and Bill Ricker on that.
I was talking to my man Dave Pavir at the Lowell Sun this week about how Bill Ricker could get tripped up to make that Thanksgiving Day game so special, not so special against Chelmsford. I don't see Andover getting it done. Not after last week. That was a tough week last week.
That was not good.
Pinkerton and Memorial? Pinkerton will roll. North Andover at Peabody. That should be North Andover in that one. They're handling the Cal NEC competition fairly well. Yeah. That league is setting up for a Thanksgiving Titanic clash with Masco and North Andover.
Yeah, just like, you know, the more things change, the more they stay the same. They switch it up, bring in NEC teams. It still comes down to North Andover and Masco.
Salem locked into a playoff berth in Division I. They host Londonderry Friday night.
Yeah, they can't lose this game, Salem. Like I said about Timberlane before.
Same thing. You got to go in.
You have to win.
You got to go with some momentum.
This is a team that's looked tough at times.
And Pelham will round out the season at Milford, another tough one for the Pythons there. Yeah. Hopefully they get restructured and move up back down to Division V where they belong.
Definitely.
Clearly the numbers they did not match in Division III.
Anyone who thinks this is working is totally foolish.
Right. Saturday we got Linfield at Georgetown, 1 o'clock. That's a game I'll be at. You know, it's. I guess Linfield's trying to hang on in the playoff race. Georgetown lost to Ipswich last week. It's got to be Linfield.
Yeah, Linfield's had some good.
They'll stay alive. Newburyport's at Pentucket.
You know, Newburyport's had a pretty good season. Pentucket, you know, has had some off games. If they had a good game last week, they showed tough in the second half of that game. Last year it was a heartbreaker when Pentucket lost to Newburyport on a Hail Mary. I'm going Sachems. Going my Sachems.
You know, I don't see that happening, D. Well, you know, Newburyport's, they're looking at a collision with Winthrop for it all in that division of the Cal NEC.
But
I kind of like the Port on that one.
I'm saying watch Nolan Dragon.
You say watch Nolan Dragon every week.
And it's usually true.
That's true. There's been several 200-yard weeks that we had to watch them. Whittier's at Shawsheen, gigantic game in the Commonwealth Conference large division.
Yeah, this is a huge game. I got to feel Shawsheen in this one. This has been a great matchup for years, you know, these two teams.
Whittier 0-1. If they run the table through Shawsheen, Lynn Tech, and Greater Lawrence, they go. They're 0-1 in the line. It's crazy. That league is crazy. Everybody's got a loss. I kind of like Whittier in that one, though. I think they'll get it done. The Reggies are rooting for Shawsheen right now. I'm letting you know that that is factual because, they're rooting for the Whittier. I don't even know anymore. It's so confusing. Like I said, I was over at the Reggie, and it's so confusing in that league. North Reading, believe it or not, has playoff thoughts here.
Yeah.
At Hamilton One. If they knock off Hamilton, they're on the inside track to win that division.
Yeah, you know, they're playing well. I saw Hamilton win them early in this season and really liked what I saw at them. They're, you know, typical Hamilton when I'm tough, smash mouth team.
7-0.
I'm going Generals. I think they can. They're one of the few teams in that league that can
stop Carl Lapone.
Yep.
Yeah. I gotta agree with that. Greater Lawrence will have its way with Mystic Valley. Mystic Valley is just short in numbers. Great coach. I love Rolly Hinckley, but they're short in numbers down there. And we get Worcester Academy should take care of Phillips.
Yeah, tough year for Phillips. I mean.
Right. And finally, the playoff game on Saturday, Wyndham against Kearsarge. It's at Hanover High. It's at noon. If you're going to drive, you better leave early Saturday morning because you know that ride up 89 is a long ride to Hanover. Even though you're not going to Vermont, it's right on the border. Can Wyndham kind of turn the tables on Kearsarge?
You know what? I was at Wyndham practice yesterday. That's a loose, fun-loving group.
A lot of weapons, too. A lot of weapons.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know, I was surprised. They're so known for their running game. And I was writing about Lorenz today. I looked up Lorenz numbers, and he's hovering around 1,000 yards passing.
They've kind of just had their way with a lot of teams in that division. You know, and maybe it's because there's power at the top, but in Division 5. And there are weaker teams at the bottom, which happens in New Hampshire because they've spread it out so much. And it's, you know, we could go into New Hampshire needing 6 divisions like I need another car payment. But, you know, you just look at it, can Wyndham stay with the team they lost in the regular season? Usually these teams win the second time. You know what I'm saying? The team that loses again. I hope Wyndham goes up there and pulls off the upset.
You know what? They lost to Kearsarge the first time, but it was a close game. This wasn't when they lost to St. Thomas and it was lopsided. It was a close game. Maybe it's just the feeling I got from being at the practice and felt really good about them.
You have picked the team you've gone to their practice every week the last 7 weeks. I think you're 0-7 in those weeks, too.
Probably more like 50%. Probably more like 50%.
All right,
I'm still going upset special. I'm still going Jaguars.
Big weekend in New Hampshire Division 1 and 2 playoffs are coming up. Lots of good games out there. You should get to one.